Thank you to all my channel members, including my fan appreciation level members and my contributor level members, for helping support the YouTube channel. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have my book review of the book Star Wars: The High Republic Into the Light by Claudia Gray. This is the final YA book of the High Republic storytelling arc that we've been reading for the last 4.5 years. This book is the first in the final wave of books. You have this book for YA, you have a book that's in middle grade that's coming out, and then you have a book for the adult book line that's coming out, and then that's pretty much it for the prose. The High Republic is pretty much finished. We're right in the final stretch here. And so this book is the final adult or young adult book, and it actually works very much as a parallel to the first book. The first book for YA was written by Claudia Gray. The title of the first book was Into the Dark, as opposed to this one, which is Into the Light. The first book features Reath Silas, and as does this one, and a character who has shown up throughout the High Republic but was really featured in that first book. Nan is back in this book, and she has kind of not a showdown, but a story with Reath in this book. She brings Reath some information. Reath goes out to act on that information, and I thought it was very entertaining. The YA books have not really connected with me as a whole, but I think the Phase 3 YA books are the best, and I think that Claudia Gray did a very solid job with this book. It actually didn't feel quite like the other YA books. It felt a lot more matured. Maybe that's because Claudia Gray feels that the audience has matured or the characters have matured, but the writing style almost felt like it could have been one of the adult novels. And I personally love that because I like the writing style of the adult novels a lot better. But it features a lot of the YA characters. Amadeo Azazo is in this book. Reath Silas is in this book. Nan's in this book. The character that's also in this book that was really excellent was Aislinn Rell. We've gotten Aislinn Rell in some of the previous YA books, some of the manga and stuff. Aislinn was actually really interesting, what happens with Aislinn in this book. And then you had Master Comac Vitus, who I don't particularly care for Master Comac, but he was present for this book, as was Avon Staros, who has a pretty big role. I quite like reading about Avon. She's a lot of fun. And then we have the villains of the book. The primary villain of this book is Dr. Mkampa, who is doing research on the blight and on the Drengir and on behalf of the Nile. The blight, the Drengir, and also the Nameless are involved and all that stuff. And Dr. Mkampa is trying to find out what's happening, how it works, and she's trying to do research on behalf of the Nile. And she's also trying to beat Marchion Ro in this book because she thinks that he's up to something. And you do get to see a little bit of Marchion Ro and Gira Staros as they have machinations happen and as they're making their moves separately, of course, because now they're dealing with some pretty interesting stuff. And so I won't spoil what's going on with them. But if you've been reading along, it won't surprise you too much. The book takes place primarily on Kashyyyk and is about the blight that is starting to affect Kashyyyk, and it is about them trying to at least evacuate Kashyyyk or try to stop the blight. They've not been able to stop the blight anywhere, and you see in the book just how the blight just decimates all life and how it is really a curse on the galaxy. And you see, Reath really do his best to combat the blight in this book. And the solutions that Claudia Gray comes up with, I think, are very clever and very much mix the different characters' strengths. You mix a little bit of what's happening with Aislinn Rell's storyline, what's happened with Avon Staros' storyline, what's happening with Reath and with Nan. You get to see their Reath and Nan's dynamic really well in this book, and you see kind of a good bookend to the beginning. So I have a lot of positive things to say. It never blew me away. While reading this book, I never felt that it was like, oh my goodness, this is top tier Star Wars. It just felt, this is pretty good. I'm enjoying this. And I think that Claudia Gray did an admirable job sticking the landing for the YA. And I think that, it's pretty good. So I enjoyed Into the Light, and I'm looking forward to reading the final High Republic books when they come out. So if you've read Into the Light, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And let me know what you think of the High Republic. And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.